How'd you get so fucked up?
How do you like it at the mill, Fritz? It's got to be better than the mines.
It's worse here than at Skalitz. There you could disappear.
But why would you want to disappear?
No, he's not. You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's...
He might make puppy dog eyes at her.
I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible. Who's Lawrence? Another mill?
Aye, but the neighbouring...
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
Take care.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the arse. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too.
And the miller won't stick up for you? I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand, and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
God be with you.
God be with you.
Lawrence from Bodine sends word that he has some time at night and some groschen.
Lawrence from Buddy. The Wren. You've had dealings with the miller Peshek.
Ah, you have it all mixed up. Peshek is from the Ratai Mill.
You're right. I do have it mixed up. And Lawrence, you say?
Ah, the Wren, of course.
Ah, I must have misheard you. Yes, I'll definitely stop by.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
It's good they have someone to look out for them.
Take care now. Why is it taking so long?
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
I talked him into going to play dice. All we have to do is lie in wait for him.
I can't wait to see that stupid look on his face when we're alone in the woods. Are you sure he brought it, though?
I'm sure. He doesn't have the slightest idea what's waiting for him.
Good, good. So in the evening you'll come and see me, and we'll all go together. Oh, and Henry,
What now?
could you tell Matthew about it? After all, you're the one who set it all up. I think you'll be better explaining to him there is no other choice. Goodbye.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coin to be earned.
Don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
I convinced him to go and play dice at the neighbouring mill, and we're going to lie in wait for him. And then we're going to have a nice little talk with him about his behaviour.
Shit. An arranged fight, maybe, but this, it's assault. We could hang for it.
Oh, come on, why would they hang us? In any case, there'll be no fighting. He wouldn't dare take the three of us on.
All the same, if you two fools think this will solve everything, then you're fucking mistaken.
Well, don't be such a pessimist. This kind of trick always works on people like him, you'll see.
See you later.
Myris,
Are you happy with your new workers?
they're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them. Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling at them.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now.
That's all I need, Miller.
God be with you.